Hi there team, on my walk, as I do every day. If you're dyslexic or entrepreneurial dream ready to set up your new company, and you're just assured that this is going to be the next big thing, I want to bring your attention down to what I've learnt to do. And I didn't always do this, but now I teach this and I advise people to strongly spend some time on it. When we had the arboricultural consultancy company, we would commonly go to country estates and give them advice and help them with their planning for what that estate would look like in the future, way into the future, with planting schemes, etc. And one of the things we do is scout the area that they wanted to do some replanting in, and we would look at the native varieties, we'd look at what was doing well, what was growing good in the valleys, what was growing better on the hills, look at the water situation, look at the exposure for certain varieties of trees and hedges. We'd come up with a programme of a planting scheme that would suit that environment with those circumstances and conditions put onto it. Now that would all take quite a bit of time, but that legwork would lead into very, very big future results for the legacy of whatever we were going to plant going on to when we were all dead and gone into the future of the next generation. So, the analogy bit. You need to do the same. Look at your idea, get some research done. Do some online feeding for people's feedback. Show them what you want to do, service or product. Put out there a questionnaire, ask people in LinkedIn, go to social media with a quiz. Look at the Daniel Priestley's score app. It's a brilliant tool, you know. Look at involving that, spend a bit of money with them. It's not expensive at all and it works very well, and it has all of the programs for you to plug into. Clipboard research. Clipboard research is great. Clipboard research is what my mum used to do for spare money back in the day in the 70s. Go on the street, 5 to 10 questions that give you great feedback from the demographic you're trying to hook into. Be there. You need to get a good number. You need to get up to sort of 50 plus replies to an avatar of your customer that's going to buy your service or your products. But from that research and that scouting out, finding out how the land lies for your product or service, you'll be able to then not put sweat in the wrong place. You need to put sweat in the right place. So they all want green ones. Nobody likes purple. They all want you to come in the morning for the service, never in the afternoon. They don't like people to be there at weekends. Whatever the product is, find out. Find out pre-printing, colouring, ordering, manufacturing, hiring. You need to do all of that work for very low money first. It will actually tell you whether you're going to bother doing it or not sometimes. I mean, sometimes to spend that bit of money to realise that you're not going to launch that model in that way or that product at all is worth all the money. But you're wasting your time. You've got to make some mistakes quicker to learn faster. But the whole idea of the likes of us old codgers talking to you with a bit of experience and some war wounds and scars is to shortcut you from that pain and try and get you elevated quicker. If I'd had mentors in my sort of late 20s, God, where would I be now? I didn't really come to grooming myself, working on building businesses in a way that was thought through in a process till my sort of late 30s. And wherever you are listening to this or watching this, there is always the right time to start. Start now. Start getting it right. Work on what does that company look like launching, but more importantly, work out what does that company look like into the future, and how do you exit that company down the road in 12 years' time when it's churning money in and you're trying to produce a management team that are outside of what you're needing to be in the business. Look at all of those future issues first and foremost, you need to be doing it with the end in mind, but with the start in the right way. Get that start right. You tee up to that golf ball with your club, a slight quarter of a millimetre change on the club face, you're going in a different direction. So analogies. The tree analogy is a good analogy because it has long life with it, and that scouting and that research and checking out is something that we used to do and still do. But I wanted to just bring that to your attention. I think the way to learn the way forward is to tell stories, and the stories are embedded. You can relate back to them as opposed to just telling you to do this, do that. You need a bit of storytelling to help you find your way forward. Okay, hope that helps, and I hope you're going to make a real difference to whatever you're doing to others, employees that you're going to employ. You know, think about all of that as well. You know, for an employee and a company owner, you know, that you need to make the difference for them to be able to have a career with you and not a job. That's very important. Very important. Okay, if I'm lucky, I'll see you again.